gain from your practice. Now, on your next inhale breath, come to rise onto your shins. Pause with your sit bones on your heels, and use your next inhale breath to lift up and stand on your knees. Draw your hips slightly forward, extend through your crown, through your fingertips, and take a slight back bend. On your next exhale, return to a child's pose. Just one round of breath here. Inhale, come upright to sit on your heels and pause. Your next inhale breath to stand from your shins. Lift up, look up. And exhale, release. Last time in child's pose. This time, inhale to a tabletop posture. Take a moment to align with your knees underneath your hips, your palms underneath your shoulders. And right away, extend your right leg back behind you. Curl your toes under and press back through your heel. Press down through your palms and energetically draw your palms away from each other to draw a sense of stretch through the upper back, through the shoulder blades. Now release your right knee to the earth and repeat with the left leg. If you find the stretch in your left leg, draw your palms downward into the earth and energetically towards each other, and notice how this feels in your upper back. Now release your left knee to the earth and reach your left arm forward, your right leg back for a little balance here. Balancing on the left knee and the right palm. Take your gaze towards the earth, just ahead of where your hand is. Then use your next exhale breath to draw your knee and elbow to meet underneath you, round your back. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, round and draw in. One more. Inhale, reach and extend. And release your left palm. And release your right knee. Take a round of cow and cat pose. Inhale to lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale to round your back. Draw your gaze towards your big toes. Return to center. And reach your right arm forward, your left arm back. Find this balance as your opposite foot and hand reach in opposite directions. Draw your navel into your spine. And use your next exhale breath to round and draw your knee and elbow to meet. Inhale, reach and extend. Take this movement twice more. Move with your breath. And then release your right palm and your left knee. One last round of cow and cat pose. You inhale, come to a neutral spine. Walk your palms forward, just one handprint. Step your feet back and find a high plank position. Briefly take your gaze towards your big toes. So you can see that your hips are level in the space between your heels and your shoulders, and then take your gaze towards the top of your mat. Feel all of the energy moving in your body to hold this position, to sustain it. Notice your strength. And use an exhale breath to lift your hips high for downward facing dog. You might make some micro adjustments here. The distance between your palms, the distance between your feet. You can pedal out your legs and take some time to feel at home in this posture. Imagine the eyes of the elbows rolling in so they face each other. And as they do, lift your hips a little bit higher. Release any tension in your head and neck. One more breath here. You take your next exhale, step your feet forward, one footprint at a time. As many footprints as you like. You might feel a little bit of a different stretch each time that you put your foot down. Walk your hands all the way to meet your feet all the way forward to meet your hands, and then lift halfway as you inhale. Exhale, release, and fold forward. You may take your palms down your calves for a little massage. Inhale, rise all the way to standing to mountain pose. Extend your hands, your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze towards the ceiling, and then draw your gaze forward as you draw your palms together at your heart center. Lift and spread your toes, take a soft bend to your knees. Then press down through the soles of your feet. Feel the engagement in your quadriceps and your core here to support you in this upright posture. And close your eyes if you like. And recall your intention for your practice. Your next inhale breath, reach your arms up overhead. And now as you exhale, tuck yourself into a tiny ball. Then inhale, straighten your legs, draw your nose towards your knees. And inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release your palms to the earth. Step your left foot back to a lunge. Take your gaze to the top of your mat and then gently release your left knee to the earth. Inhale, rise to a low crescent lunge. Allow your hips to melt forward and your shoulders to soften away from your ears. Now as you exhale, release your hands to frame your front foot and step your right foot back to meet your left. Stay for an inhale breath, then use your exhale to flow through your vinyasa. You can lower to your knees to flow through your chaturanga. Then take cobra or upward facing dog. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Of course, if you choose to take a different transition, honor what feels right in your body. You're always welcome to take a cat-cow or a child's pose. Return to your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Notice how it feels to be in this shape. And then slowly walk your hands back about maybe 1 or 2 handprints. Step your feet a little bit wider on the mat. So you're in a shortened downward facing dog. Take your next breath out, reach your right hand across for your left ankle or shin. You can gaze underneath your left armpit. Feel the twist and feel your stability in your inverted V position. Now release your right palm to the earth and find the same twist on the second side. Take your left hand across for your right ankle. And maybe deepen the twist. Release your left palm to the earth. Walk your hands back to the starting position. You might come to high plank first, and then return to your downward facing dog. Exhale and step your feet forward, taking as many footprints again as works for you. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, rise to mountain pose, Tadasana. Unclasp your hands, you lift and spread your toes, take a soft bend to your knees, and take a side body stretch to the right. Feel equal pressure between both feet as you take another breath here. Inhale, come to center, and exhale to the second side, to the left. Equal pressure between both feet. Take one more breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, find your tiny ball. So a deep, low squat. Even tuck your forehead towards your knees. And then as you exhale, lift your hips to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release your hands. Step your right foot back to a lunge. Release your right knee to the earth. Inhale to a low crescent lunge. Allow your hips to melt forward and your shoulders to soften. Lift your gaze. You take your next breath out. Release your hands to frame your front foot. And step your right foot back to meet your left. Flow through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Feel your foundation here. The points of contact between your palms and the earth, the balls of your feet and the earth. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. You exhale, draw your knee to your nose, hug around and squeeze. Inhale, lift your leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot forward to a lunge. Plant your left palm and twist to the right. Lift your right hand high. Follow your palm with your gaze. And as you exhale, draw your left ear to your shoulder and reach your right arm back behind you. Complete the circle with your hand. Draw your hand low and rise to crescent lunge. Feel your back heel lift, your back hamstrings engage. Draw your core in, take your gaze forward. Feel this sense of steadiness and strength in your body and in your mind. Now extend your left arm forward, reach your right arm down and back. Take your gaze to your back thumb. Inhale, return to crescent lunge, and use your exhale to frame your front foot. Take your gaze forward and step your left foot forward to meet your right. Fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, find chair pose, Utkatasana. Hip distance apart or big toes touch. And take 2 breaths here. Lift and spread your toes, allow your toes to dance, maybe your fingers dance as well. And then as you exhale, hands come through the heart, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release your palms to the mat. Step back to high plank. Take your Vinyasa Flow to downward facing dog. One more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hug around and squeeze. Inhale, lift your leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Long lunge, the back knee lifted. Plant your right palm and lift your left arm high. Twist. Feel this length through your neck as you take your gaze up towards your hand. So the crown of your head is reaching towards the wall in front of you. Slowly reach your left arm back behind you. Release your right ear to your shoulder. Now complete the circle and use an inhale breath to rise to crescent lunge. Draw just as much awareness to your right leg and foot as you do to your left leg and foot. And then allow your awareness to drift upward through your body, noticing sensations present in your hips, the engagement of your core, a sense of uplift through the heart and through the fingertips. As you exhale, reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Take your gaze to your left thumb. Inhale, return to your crescent lunge. Exhale, release your hands to frame your left foot. A little bit of wobbles are totally fine. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to chair pose, Utkatasana. Notice this sense of groundedness in this pose, feet firmly rooted into the earth. Simultaneously, this sense of lightness and ease, sense of uplift. On your next exhale breath, this time open your arms like wings to fold forward. Straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release your palms to the earth. And flow through your Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Take 3 clarifying breaths from your downward facing dog. Deep breaths in through the nose. Deep breaths out through the mouth. One more. You take your next breath in, lift your right leg up and back. This time stack your hips, bend your knee and allow your heel to fall towards your glutes. Take your gaze underneath your right armpit. Press down through the 4 corners of the palms, the meaty section of your palms. The sense of openness and expansion through the body. And then as you exhale, square off your hips towards the earth and step your right foot forward into a lunge. From here, rotate your left foot to Warrior 2 stance. So it parallels the short edge of your mat. And on an inhale breath, rise to warrior two. Take your gaze either forward over your front middle finger, or point your gaze in the same direction that your heart is facing. Feel that your knee is aligned over your heel in the front leg, and that you can feel the connection points between your pinky toe edge of your back foot. Draw your tailbone down, lengthen through the crown of the head. You take your next breath in, find star pose, reach your arms high, and rotate your front foot to parallel the back foot. The sense of expansion, the sense of being large. And then as you exhale, take your hands to your heart and take a side low lunge to the right, Skandasana. Your left toes might lift here. You can keep your hands on at your heart, or you can frame your right foot with your hands if you need a little bit more stability. Send some deep breaths into the inner left thigh. And then walk your hands to the center and a little bit forward in front of your mat. You can take a gentle bow here. One more round of breath. Walk your hands slightly back towards your body, and then straighten both legs, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Your feet are still parallel, or your toes might slightly angle in. Allow the crown of your head to be heavy. Take your hands wherever they feel most at ease or most supportive to you. So hands on the mat or hands on the outer edges of your legs. On your next exhale, release your hands down in front of your face on the earth. Inhale and lift halfway. A nice long spine. Now as you exhale, rotate your hands to the top of your mat and rotate both feet so your toes point forward. Release your palms to the earth and step your right foot back to meet your left. Flow through your Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Take one more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Stack your hips. Bend your knee and allow your heel to fall towards your glutes. Take your gaze underneath your left armpit. Feel a sense of expansion. One more round of breath. And now square off your hips to the earth. Extend your leg long. As you exhale, draw your foot forward to the top of your space. Rotate your right foot to the earth, preparing for warrior two. Rise on your inhale. Open your arms wide like wings. Take a couple of breaths here. Notice how you feel in this shape. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, find star pose. So you're in a jumping jack position. Feel the sense of extension and expansion. And then as you exhale, draw your hands to your heart and find Skandasana to the left. It's weird to have my back to you guys. Your right toes might lift up towards the ceiling. Now you can stay lifted in the heart and in the crown of the head with your hands at your heart. Or if you'd like, you can bring your hands to the earth on either side of your left foot for a little bit more stability. Now, either way, take your hands to the earth, sort of towards the center of your mat. And then melt your heart forward towards your hands. Walk your hands back towards your torso, and then transition your weight and come to center to a wide-legged forward fold. Release the crown of your head. Gently shake your head no, nod your head yes. Perhaps this time take a different hand variation than you did before. Your next exhalation, draw your hands to the earth and lift halfway. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your feet to point forward. Release your palms and step your left foot back, high plank. Stay for an inhale breath. And use your exhale breath to flow through your vinyasa. All the way back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, high plank. Inhale, lift your leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Keep your left palm planted to the earth. Take your little lunge with a twist. Reach your right arm high. Now extend your right arm behind you. Release your left ear to your shoulder. Continue the circle, drawing your right hand low. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, find your twist with your left arm forward, your right arm back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart, lean forward over your front leg, and then lift your back leg for warrior three. Your gaze to the earth, but continue to feel length through your spine. So you could draw longer from your left toes to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to chair pose, Utkatasana. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, release your hands behind your low back. Press down through your feet to rise to Tadasana and draw your fist away from you towards the earth. Lift your gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Draw your fist up towards the ceiling. Release your head, shake your head no, nod your head yes. And then release your palms to the earth, step back to high plank, and flow through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep full breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift your leg high. Exhale, step your foot forward. Keep your right palm planted as you lift your left arm high. Exhale, release your left hand behind you. Release your right ear to your shoulder. Continue the circle all the way to crescent lunge. Exhale, reach your right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart, lean forward, and lift your right toes. Warrior 3. Draw your right leg up high, level with your hip, and extend from your toes or your heel all the way to the crown of your head. Now as you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Step your right foot forward, hold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Now as you exhale, I'm drinking bird by rocking forward to the tips of your toes, lift your heels, and stretch your hands back behind you. Draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, round forward and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Step back to high plank and flow through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Stack your hips and draw your toes up closer towards the ceiling. Then bend your knee, allow your heel to draw towards your glute. Now as you exhale, open your knee wide out to the side. And as then you step forward, plant your right foot between your palms. Rotate your left heel to the earth and rise to warrior 2. Take your gaze forward. Feel your strength and stability in this pose. Inhale to star pose. Rotate your right toes towards the side. And now as you exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Find Skandasana to the right. Lift your left toes. Keep your hands at your heart this time. Now as you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Walk your hands forward and towards the center of your mat, or away from the center of your mat into the room. Bow your head. And then walk your hands back towards your foot. And rotate to face the top of your mat in your lunge. From here, step your left foot forward to meet your right. So a little change this time through. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise to Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Transition your weight to your right foot. And then find tree pose by bringing your left foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Keep your hands at your heart, or maybe open your arms wide like wings, like branches of a tree. Play around with the arm variation as much as you like. Notice how, even with all of this movement in your upper body, you can stay strong and stable, rooted in the legs. With your next exhale breath, to release your left foot to the earth. And then take a forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Palms to the earth. Step back to high plank. And flow through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. A deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Open your hips. Extend your toes towards the ceiling a little bit higher, and then allow your heel to fall towards your glutes. You exhale, take your knee open to the side and all the way forward to plant your left foot. Then rotate your right foot to prepare for warrior two. Rise on your inhale. Take a couple more breaths here. Notice how you feel in this open hip position, this broad position. Your next inhale breath to find star pose. Rotate your left toes towards the long edge of your mat. Now draw your hands to your heart and find Skandasana to the left. Lift your right toes high. Keep your hands to your heart. Now as you exhale, release your hands to the earth. Walk your hands towards the center of your mat and just slightly off of your mat. Bow. Now walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat. Rotating your feet, so both feet point forward. And on your exhale breath, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Transition your weight into your left foot. Become light with your right foot. And find tree pose with your foot in contact with your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Once you feel rooted, grounded, play around with your arm variation. Maybe play around with closing your eyes. Take 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, draw your hands to your heart. Step your right foot out a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Toes point out, heels point in. Take a deep breath in and lengthen through the crown of your head. And as you take your deep breath out, take a nice deep squat, Halasana. Draw your elbows into your inner thighs and draw your thumbs towards your heart. Release any tension or gripping in your glutes and allow your tailbone to be heavy. Allow the crown of your head to be light. One more breath here. As you exhale, release your palms to the earth. Step your feet back to high plank. Flow through one more vinyasa to downward facing dog. Take any movement here that calls to you. Allow your breath to be exactly as you need it to be. Support this part of your practice. Feel your tailbone draw upward towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here. As you inhale, come forward to a high plank position. Exhale, tap your knees to the earth. Keep your knees together and then draw your hips to your heels. Find embryo variation of child's pose. Take your hands to reach for your heels or your outer edges of your feet. Allow your torso to just drape right over your thighs. Allow your shoulders to round. Again, return to the connection point between your forehead and the earth. Notice how this feels. Release your hands underneath your shoulders. Gently press down through your palms. Make your way to a seated posture. Onto either hip. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Allow your toes to point upwards towards the ceiling so they're slightly flexed. Draw your right knee into your chest. Take a moment here to find an upright posture. Feel your heel rooting into the earth. You can use the pressure of your hands framing your shin to draw your shoulders away from your ears and draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Feel this length. And cross your right ankle over your left thigh. From here, hug your knee into your chest, wrapping your left arm around your right shin. And take your right hand behind you. All your fingertips come to the earth. As you inhale, regain this length through your spine. And as you exhale, soften and deepen into the twist. Inhale, release the twist. Release your right leg long. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold and round over your legs. You can reach towards your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Or you can allow your hands to rest heavily on either side of your legs or on top of your shins. Take 3 more breaths here, allowing your body to move organically with the movement of your breath. You're no longer moving your body, but your body is moving due to the nourishment of your breath flowing in and flowing out. As you inhale, release the forward fold back to your upright posture. Pause for a moment here in Vinyasa and then draw your left knee into your chest. Clasp your hands around your shin, press down through the sole of your foot, and lift through the crown of your head. Encourage your shoulders to soften down your back. When you're ready, lift your left foot and cross it over your right thigh. Then hug your right arm around your knee. Take your left hand behind you, find your twist. Half Lord of the Fishes. Notice where in this pose you can engage, and where within this pose you can release tension. This interplay between engagement and release. One more breath here. And then slowly release the twist. Extend your left leg long. Now reach your arms high. Exhale, drape yourself over your thighs, looking forward from your hips. Take 3 additional breaths in this forward fold. Allow every part of your upper body to be heavy. Your next inhale breath to slowly rise vertebra by vertebra. You rise, bring your arms parallel with your legs. Slow with control, lower down one vertebra at a time. And allow your arms to open on your side and your shoulders to fully release. Take a moment to feel the connection points between your body and the earth. For just a few more postures here. If you're ready for Shavasana, you're welcome to stay as you are. You exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Now feeling these pressure points, these connection points shift. And then as you inhale, draw your legs up towards the ceiling, feet up towards the ceiling, legs up the wall. Draw your arms up as well. Give everything a gentle shake. As you exhale, draw your knees down and out by your ribs and reach for the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Encourage your tailbone to draw towards the earth. More breaths here. Release the clasped feet. Draw your hands by your hips. Maybe shift side to side, placing your palms underneath your sit bones. Your legs up the wall posture. Press down through your forearms, through your palms, to lift your back body off of the earth for plow pose. You might first come to shoulder stand with your toes up towards the ceiling, but then slowly allow your legs to drift towards the ground behind you. Keep your hands at your low back for support. Take 2 more breaths here. Allow your knees to bend and draw towards your forehead. Slowly make your way out of the shape the way that you came in, so reversing the direction. Hands through your shoulders, stand, your toes up towards the ceiling, and then slowly release your back body to the earth. Give yourself one more giant hug. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the ground. Draw your chin towards your chest. Give yourself a giant squeeze. And then as you inhale, release and find your shavasana. Allow your body to take up space. Allow your body to be held by the earth. Allow your body to spontaneously breathe. To enjoy the natural nourishment of the inhalation and the exhalation. Enjoy these moments of peace. We'll call you out at the end of the practice. Reconnect with your breath. Within this stillness, observe the experience of your natural breath. Inhalation and exhalation. Sense of receiving and a sense of letting go. And to observe the sensations present in your body. Notice how it feels to be rested here in this on the earth, on your mat, after an hour of practicing. This practice was inspired by a podcast I listened to in which Carl Jung was quoted. He talked a lot about opposites, paradox, but in holding the tension of opposites, it's an effective way to foster growth. It supports the widening of consciousness beyond the narrow confines of our intellect, allowing us to come closer to comprehending the fullness of life. We live in the intricacies of opposites. By recognizing this and appreciating this truth, we can experience the wholeness of our life experience. I invite you now to take some gentle movement into your body. Move intuitively and organically. When you're ready, you can make your way to a fetal position on either side. Take a moment to surrender. Then from here, when you're ready, lazily press yourself up to a seated posture of your choice. Draw your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Your attention still drawn inward. Return to your intention for your practice. Take a moment to recognize yourself for showing up to practice with intention. Recognize any benefits you received from your practice. And gather all of this